Hmm. Hmm. Leo, Matus, good evening, friends. How are you? Give me 2 seconds. Just doing one thing. Trying something. All right, interesting. How are you guys? How is life? Figma, yeah, it is Figma. Yeah, we need to learn it, right? And yeah, good man. Standard stuff. I wanted to stream it last night, but I just spent some time with my wife and kind of figuring out which video to record this week. And yeah, kind of excited to continue our journey with Figma. And then yeah, start coding programmer network, right? I think there's few things that I think we need to. So I need to kind of start doing more posts. I need to start posting stuff here as well for the SEO reasons, right? Because I've started an article, so I need to. So for this week, I need to finish my draft, and then I need to kind of just get a feel of how is it. So I need to finish this article that I started. Also, like the video that I recorded recently. I don't know if you watched it on YouTube. So I need to finish this, and then yeah, we need to kind of continue kind of with Figma, right? So so I think for today, I believe. Not sure what do you mean. Oh, good evening, Philip. Weren't we? No, I don't think. I mean, Figma is going to be fundamental for the Figma is going to be the central place for the future of this project, right? We're gonna do low fidelity mockups and stuff, right? And then we're gonna be drawing stuff, right? So we're gonna use. I think there's this jigsaw. How do we open jigsaw? I actually haven't tried that yet. But for example, right? So the thing is, like, we're gonna be kind of spending some time here, right? So we're gonna be doing, like stuff like this. For example, when we start building organization pages, right? We come here. We're gonna do, we're gonna design the stuff here, right? We're gonna say, all right, great. Like we're gonna be like, great, and then we're gonna move this stuff. We're gonna move this stuff to the actual Figma, right? So we're gonna actually be using this stuff a lot, I think. I hate Adobe. Adobe is the only actually company on the planet that I truly hate, and they have the most cancerous plan as well. So I was paying for their plan a couple of years ago, and then you can't cancel it, right? So if you want to cancel it, they bill you for the whole year, right? I don't even know how is that legal here in Europe, but it is, right? So horrible, pretty horrible, right? Since then, I would never ever buy anything from them, ever in my life. Yeah, man, like just horrible. I mean, you don't need to really attack anyone, right? I don't personally have such perception towards products. So for instance, if they're gonna buy Figma or not, I personally don't care. If I like the tool, I'm gonna use it. If they buy it and make it worse, I'm gonna stop using it. So in a way, right, I personally don't really care, right? Because there's millions of tools out there. So, you know, people, I don't know. But I generally, I personally don't care. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, right? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe exactly. All right. So basically, So wait, and give me a second, something got messed up here. So give me a second, what the hell happened? Ah, I see, what? That's super strange, where is this thing? All right, I don't know, something super strange, yeah. Give me a second, some of my stuff here in the other screen got slightly messed up. Yeah, all right, good. Got it. Okay, so actually, so what I want to do today, I guess, would be to... So the last thing, I think, the last important thing that we have to figure out is the grid. But when I say grid, right, I more mean grid relative to... Do we even need the grid? That's the question, sir. So this is basically the width of this container. So this guy is the width of our... Actually, believe it or not, Blade, believe it or not, Hugo, a designer from my company, 2 days ago, I asked him which tool should I use for stuff like that. And I can't expose my work Slack here, but he literally shared this with me. I'm gonna just copy the link that he shared with me. Jesus Christ, man, come on. And I think this is what you're talking about, right? I think this is what you're talking about, right? And it's mainly because there's no subscription. Yeah, you buy it once and then it's yours forever, right? Yep. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yep. Alrighty, so so let's kind of try now to figure out, you know, how do we... That's the final important step, and then I used to use Sketch, Philip, when I was still in Sweden. I think Sketch 3 was it, right? And Zeppelin, I believe. But again, none of us are here designers, so I probably sucked at that if I remember. Okay, so... All right, so I'm just, yeah. All right, so... Yeah, okay. I'm just wondering now, so what do we do? So I guess what we have to do, so let's kind of start now figuring out how do we actually build those features. So let's kind of do some stuff, okay? I just need to collect my thoughts here. Okay, what the hell is this crap? Okay, so first thing, let's kind of move the top navigation bar into Figma, right? So we can start building features and then start coding them, right? So what I'm gonna try doing at least is, let's go to our front end here. Let's go over here, assets. I guess, was it images, SVG, no, icons, wait, or was it public maybe, logo, yeah. Yeah, so this is our logo, right, yeah. So, So let's kind of do this. Then give me a second. Where did that crap go? Yeah. Yeah, so let's get here. Now let's try to get this logo to Figma. I don't know where does Figma store this, but I presume it stores it somewhere in the assets, right? Oh, maybe assets here. So how do we store assets in Figma? I guess assets. Okay. So is there another way? Like, how do we file maybe? Is there some sort of an import, or do I just drag stuff, plugins? I guess we just drag stuff, right? So let's kind of have this, right? Yeah, I just want this to be kind of global asset, if you know what I mean, right? So right click. Maybe create component, right? But let's actually, in fact, really create a component, right? So let's actually go, so let's go to local components here, right? And yeah, let's do that, right? So let's do this. Let's go to layers, components, and let's paste this fella in here, right? Oops. Yeah. I don't know what is this, what happened to that thing. Yeah, there's something off. Yeah, there's something messed up with this. I think the way that it rendered this SVG got a bit messed up, it seems. I don't actually know what the hell am I doing at all. But I would like to remove that. Yeah. All right. I mean, yeah, just laugh at me. Yeah, that's just laugh in my face. Okay. All right. 350, 350. I know that I suck. What the fuck is happening? Okay. I don't freaking know. Wait, vector. There's two vectors. What is this? Is this? Ah, okay. Ah, I see. Okay. Laughing at me. I know that I suck. It's like, how can I, is there a way to kind of preserve, is there a way to preserve, just like in Photoshop, is there a way to preserve? Yeah, I think it's this. Yeah, exactly. That's what I want. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, my ass. No, it's not doing it. Yeah, but why is this crap getting super big? You know what? Fuck it, right? I don't actually care, right? So let's just say 50-50. Jesus Christ, man. Okay. Shut up, guys, okay? Stop laughing at me. Let's just get some other crap in. Just laugh in my face. All right. Yeah, oh my God, so blurry. Okay, whatever. I don't actually care. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, so let's create a nav bar, right? So let's see if I remember what we did 2 days ago, right? I think you damaged it. Okay. Jesus Christ. With every button I press, I go to a place that I don't want to go to. What is happening? Okay, maybe I broke it. Yeah, exactly. Let's try that again. No, you can see when it imports, it kind of does something strange, right? Yeah. Alex. Weird. Of course it's weird. Assholes just laughing. I'm just kidding. Jesus. Okay, let's imagine this is our logo, truly. Big Daddy Game Dev. This turned into a comedy stream. Screw you guys, okay? It has to be fun, otherwise, who cares, right? Oh, look at this. Okay, let's just remove this fat part of the logo, right? We don't know how to, I don't know how to do, oh my God. If you came here to learn Figma, run away from this stream right now. Press that X button in your browser and leave. Instantly. Otherwise. Alright. Alright, so let's create. Alright. What did I remove? I have no fucking idea. Okay, here's the frame. Okay. So let's name this guy navbar. And yeah, so let's try to replicate our production stuff or our, so let's try to do something like that, right? Jesus Christ. All right, let's see what I've done here. Right, and then if I learn stuff from the last time, we want to do this. Something like this, right? Blade, thank you very much for passing by, dude, as always. Appreciate it, man. Enjoy yourself. So we have this, then we write programmer network, right? And then where do I increase the font? All right, here. Then where was that stuff that we learned the last time? What did we learn the last time? There was this. Never mind, okay. Well, that clearly has to be bigger. So let's do this. Yeah, and then we have some icons here, right? So we have the bell. I don't know how those icons are actually called. Let's go to our VS Code. Let's go to, I think it's like bell or like, we go here, notification bell. Yeah, that's actually another component. And then we have an icon that's called bell. Yeah. Can I do something like this in Figma? Yeah, I can. And let's just duplicate this 3 times. We don't actually care for now, I guess, right? So let's try doing that. And then I guess this would be, how do we change it? So we go here, we say gray. What would we, no, I don't want that. Okay, yeah. And then of course the background of this frame is going to be our kind of background that we have in the project now. So I presume if we go here, we say something like this, right? And then let's go to the UI. Let's go to the navbar. What the hell did we do here? We have a nav link here, programmer network, la la la. Well, that's not useful, is it? Let's go here. It's just our nav bar. I mean, I just need to replicate them like kind of some sort of a default layout, right? In Figma, so we can start designing new features and then start coding them, right? No, no, no. No, no worries. No, no, no. It's just yeah. It's just kind of, yeah, we're just trying to make a component here, right, that we can put, yeah. I guess we want to, how was it? We create a component off of this, right? Yeah, that's what we learned last time, right? Rainy blue light, yeah. So we come here, right? Then there's 3 of those icons. Can we like group them? Group selection, yeah. So let's say here, icons, right? Icons, right? Something like that. And then now what do? We say we want to align it to the right, or what was it? Left and right, center. Let me just see, because we try to learn the responsiveness the last time. Okay, that's not quite what I wanted, is it? Okay, good. So that's kind of what we wanted, right? All right, cool. And then let's kind of, yeah, let's do that. Let's say 40 maybe. Yeah, I guess we have to click this fella. I thought that that's what we already got. Okay. All right, let's imagine something like that, right? Yeah. So if we go somewhere, I guess over here, is there like some quick menu where we can insert a component or something like that? Is there like a way to insert them from here? Yeah, okay. So here it is, navbar. Okay, great. So there is. All right, cool. What the hell is happening? Okay. Then I guess we can resize it. No, can we not? But why is the freaking thing growing with it? And why is it auto layout? Okay. Okay, so we can do this, right? Cool. Let's just try to increase the width and not the height. And then, yeah. Chica, good man. Just learning Figma. We're just spending this time to learn Figma as before. And actually, if I go back to components here, it seems that my background isn't the right one. I've used the darker variant. I think this is our actual background. So if we go back here, yeah. Yeah. We're just learning Figma, basically, pretty much. Just trying to kind of speed up some development of the features, and yeah, we need to be more efficient, right? Okay, cool. So we have that. Let's imagine, even though no, it is BG base 100. I think it's the darker variant that's our color, right? Okay, I see. Well, yeah. So if I go back here, I guess, and then we go over here, then over here, then over here, right? Then we go back here, here. We do this. Then we take the layout as well. That has a wrong width now. That's not a right width. So what was the width? What did we write last time in the last stream? What was the actual width of our layout? Let's go to layouts. And what was this? For Excel is 896. All right, 896. So if I click on this fella, that would be width of 896. Yeah. Then I should be able to do this, right? Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, so now we have whatever we have. I'm not sure how designers do this. Should I keep this background a bit different? Yeah, I guess we should, right? I mean, we're all software engineers here, so yeah, I think we're just learning Figma, right? So we can use it to build features a bit faster, right? So just learning Figma past few streams together, right? So I'm actually just moving stuff that already is there in production, right? So if you go to, I actually think if you go to our website, right? Little Leon, will do, my friend, will do, of course. New video coming also this week. This thing, sorry. All right, so basically now, yeah, we are somewhere, and so what did we learn? We have those components here. We have a button as well. We could insert it. Proportions seem completely wrong. That's the problem now. So it seems, yeah, we need to learn more stuff, right? Clearly, because this. Yeah, I don't actually know, because this button relative to this whole thing seems super huge, right? Clearly, right? Like, so we'll need to figure out how to deal with those things. But on the other hand, actually, who cares, right? Yeah, I don't know. Clearly, it's kind of. $125. Yeah, so as soon as I zoom in, things get pixelated, and that kind of sucks ass, right? I don't know why is that happening, but that's what it is, right? That's how it is. Well, all right. And then the next thing would be pretty much trying to figure out, so if we go back to this thing here, this would be the tailwind. Where's the grid? Yeah, this guy here, right? Two column, full. It's 12 column grid, right? Yeah. All right. So if we get back here, wasn't there like, yeah, layout grid, here it is, size. Yeah, grid size 60 watt. What is 660 watts? Ah, I see. What is this 10%? Ah, just there's the color of the grid. I see. Okay. But what is this grid 12 pixels? Anybody knows? How do I set like 12 columns or something like that? What is size 12? I guess maybe it's the size of the box. Ah, I see. Okay. I think you should not be using Express.js anymore. If you're starting a new project, you should be using Fastify.js. So what would be 896 divided by 12? 896 divided by 12. $74.6. All right, so basically here we should have 74.6, right? So we get 12 of those boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So that's kind of good, right? So now we have, let's imagine, this is genuinely mega pissing me off. Why does stuff get pixelated when we zoom in? I need to Google that. I cannot look at this. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. All right, so now it's no longer pixelated. And it was pixelated, I assume, because of that pixel perfect type of thing, right? You can see here it says, hey, by default, vectors in Figma are rendered as resolution independent. This means that there aren't fixed resolutions for paths you create in the canvas. Yeah, and then this is kind of retina screen 2x, right? And 1x is just 1 pixel, right? This is 2x, right? This would be like retina screen. Yeah, so if we go here and then do pixel preview 2x, that would be a retina, right? You can see kind of how it gets pixelated once we kind of zoom a bit more. But we actually don't give a crap about that at all. That's why I'm going to disable it. BPF window. But what do you need? What do you need, Chike? What exactly is that you need? I can help you maybe. I mean, you need to compose the more precise question, right? You know, you just said that something doesn't work. Nobody can help you like that, right? You need to be more specific, right? All right, let's just go back here for a second. Outlines, layouts and grids, pixel grid. So actually, yeah. So I don't know. We'll learn this together over time as we build features and stuff. So I'm okay with that. I would just like to see one thing. So if I do this and then this and that, and then if I disable the shadow crap here. I guess I could add those lines. How do I add the lines? So I could add a line here. Then I can add a line. Where do we start? Where's our 0 axis? I don't know what I'm actually doing. Sure, post it there and then we can maybe help. Absolutely. Okay, then we go back here. What else did I want to do? Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, so if we get over here, we have this grid color, which kind of sucks ass that it's red. Can we like make it... Yeah, make it something like this, right? And then we have those lines. Let's see, I show outlines. Okay, no, that's nah. We're still we suck at this way too much to understand what that means. So let's just, okay. Yeah, all right, so if we do this now, and if we compare this size to the actual size here, it's clear that this is a bit bigger in a way, right? So we're not really reflecting the font size, are we? Let's see what is the actual computed font size here. So if I go font size, George, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, dude. Thanks for supporting the project. All of that stuff goes into the project itself. That's the beauty of it for those people who support it. Thank you very much, man. All right, so where the hell was it? Where the hell was it? Or actually, let's see. So what do we have? We have... Did we actually set any font size on that fella at all? Let's see, current page, inline flex, justify, active. Seriously, we didn't? Leo, good night to you as well, my friend. Hopefully tomorrow I can start earlier, then you can stick around a bit longer. All right. So let's actually go to our components and let's maybe make this 16. I believe it's most likely 16. Good evening, George. Good, man. Good. Thanks a lot again for subscribing or whatever is it called here in Twitch, man. Appreciate it, man. Okay, I guess we're basically just learning Figma together, George. Pretty much what we're doing. Right now we suck at it, but I'm sure in a couple of days we're gonna kick ass, as always. All right, so that's actually not centered by my own eye if I look at it at all. But maybe it is, depending how you look at it, right? All right, cool. So we have that component. Now let's see. Thank you very much, man, again. Thank you. That is that would be the great goal, one of the goals, right? I can see that a bunch of people are signing up and stuff, so hopefully over time as we build this, it's gonna be more and more people who are gonna like it. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. All right, so yeah. I'm just thinking, give me 2 seconds. You just open some stuff here. This is kind of a little bit of a roadmap of this project, right? So this is kind of my plan, somehow few months plan for this project, right? So right now we're focusing on the developer profiles and all of that stuff. Then we're gonna build the organizations, you know, like I don't know, some organization can sign up. Then recruitment agencies, companies. Then we're gonna have some job boards. But I don't actually give a crap about any of that until we kind of try to bring value to us developers, right? So we have articles, feeds, experience, and all of this stuff, CV, meetups. And the meetups, basically, idea with meetups essentially is that we kind of try to mimic, meetup.com, right? So just provide it for free, like a free service. Like if you go to Meetup right here, you can find all sorts of meetups, physical, virtual, right? So for example, if I go here and say Copenhagen, right? And then I say, I don't know, JavaScript, right? And search. Let me share it with you. I can share this with you. I need to share this with you, Spectre, right? But you can see if I search this, right? JavaScript events near Copenhagen. Well, clearly there's actually none. Maybe this is Munich, but you get the point. So we're gonna build this in Programmer Network as well, with the difference that this is gonna be free on Programmer Network for developers, and so we want to kind of mimic almost entirely the features from here, right? So we want to build, you know, Programmer Network / meetups, right? And then right? So maybe, I don't actually know. I don't know if that could be a solid feature to build next or something else. This is what we have to figure out. But Vince friend, good evening. But so if we get back here, right? This is where our focus is now, right? And this is where our focus should be. We need to ensure that for us developers, you know, there's some value, some sufficient value, where we can talk, share our profiles, put stuff on our profiles and stuff like that, right? So that this is kind of where the focus is, right? I'm not gonna use the Meetup API. I'm gonna build the feature purely based on Programmer Network. That's the whole point. If I use the Meetup API, then you still have to create things on meetup.com, right? You still have to pay for things, etc., right? So no, I'm gonna build those same functionality for Meetup. I'll build it just in Programmer Network, right? So we're gonna have something like this. Maybe we're gonna ask you for your location, right? So it's just gonna be simpler, because it's programming specific, so we can make it. We don't need, you know, a bunch of this crap, right? Because meetup.com is the whole product, and it's general, it has general audience, right? For us, we know it's programming, so we don't need a lot of those things, right? Yeah, that's I think if I can use the word selling point of this platform, right? We want to make everything obviously tailored only for developers, right? Nobody else, number one. And as you can see, I mean, this platform, I mean, people will either really love or hate, I guess, because the whole point is building something incredibly simple, and without bullshit, right? So that's kind of, you know, very minimal but very functional, right? That's the idea behind it, right? So essentially, if we would kinda even start fiddling with this, right? We would kind of come here, right? Let me see, yeah. So if we would say, programmer net meetups, right? Something like this, right? Exactly. 100%. So basically, let's imagine that we have /meetups, right? You would basically have a page like this where you would have search, right? Some button. You would have a list based on your location, right? So you would have some list here with items, if there are any, right? You would be able to click on a single item, you know, it would open that specific meetup, right? Or event. So it would open an, you know, event. It would be event shit. Give me 1 second. It would be an event, you know, it would have a name, whatever, description, right? So we would have a list of events. So essentially, I think first thing that we would need to design is the database model, right? So we would have a meetup table. We would have an event table, right? So event, and it's basically one-to-many relationship, right? So a one meetup can have, you know, so it's one-to-many. One meetup can have many events, right? So for example, imagine this guy is called Copenhagen JavaScript, right? I used to actually run that meetup here in Copenhagen, and then you would create those events off of it, right? So we would have meetup, and that would have, you know, a name, location, organizers, whatever, which would be the developers in it. Yeah, so exactly. So you would go to an event and you would click a button, you know, join or whatever, right? And then, you know, and then event itself. So essentially, where was it? Give me 2 seconds. Was it this one? I don't remember. When I see it, I will know. Yeah, was it this one? No, yeah, I mean, this one is good as well, right? Can't we like, let me just try something. I don't actually know, this is very random. I mean, I don't know why am I doing this now, but essentially, yeah, if we would want to maybe build this feature next, right? Then we would, let's actually not do that now. If we would want to build this next, we need to design how the tables are gonna look like, right? Where are the shades? Ah, you mean the glasses? No, I think I'm still waiting for them to arrive. Give me a second. I don't actually remember. Yeah. It says it's arriving on Monday. Let's see. Yeah, it's in Italy now somewhere. Oh, actually, I'm gonna get the shirt tomorrow. Save the Whales is gonna come tomorrow, yeah. So Carlos, I don't know if you ever participated in any meetup, right? When you come to meetup.com, for example, and let's say you say, hey, I want to come here, you would go to an event and you would click attend. Now, are you gonna show up or not? Nobody on the planet can know that, right? So that's the problem that's impossible to solve, right? If the event is free, anyone can say I attend and then not show up. So yes, that sort of stuff you cannot control, right? That's like buying a concert ticket and getting sick and then not getting to the concert, right? So those types of things, you can't control this, right? that sort of stuff is it's not in your power, right? But yeah, but actually, so we don't really, so let's not, you can't, right? You can't control things like that, right? That's impossible, right? Some people, I have many times I have said yes, attend, and then I didn't show up because of various reasons. My kid got sick, or I had to, I don't know, help my wife or some stuff like that, right? So it can be for various reasons, right? All right, so I'm just staring at this now, thinking, so one thing that we could still kind of build that especially can be useful for juniors is that feature that we started building before, where you can export your CV, right? I think that's the thing that I see here that we haven't really done yet. And sure, I mean, for example, I tried to add my experience to the platform, so we need to do a bit more work here. This kind of sucks. So we need to kind of improve this view a bit more. Like, you should be able to reorder them, you know, and stuff like that. So it's kind of, and yeah, we should also support rich text editing for those things. So actually, since I have Leo here, right? Because as before, right? Well, I think I think I did some work long ago on that CV stuff, right? I don't know what, we'll take a look at that, but that's, so there's, I'm just gonna create some, yeah. So this is kind of, I mean, this is just random stuff from a very long ago, right? But let's kind of move this here, and then I'm just gonna create another task, improve experience tab. So let's kind of just define what this means. So order jobs experience entries from oldest, from newest to oldest. Experience description should be a full rich text. Extends the experience table with tags so people can add the can tag technologies for each given job. This is one improvement we have to do here, because I've been playing with this a bit just to see, and it's kind of lacking that. So you can see I copy pasted all of this stuff from my LinkedIn, and you can see that all of this stuff is kind of just simple text. So this needs to be rich text so people can do it. And then this, obviously, why am I even creating this task now, is because this is going to be used also for the CV, right? So for this CV export or whatever, right? Now, so now if we would actually go maybe here, so yeah, so right now we have, you know, like Jesus Christ, I don't know why is it going like that. Okay, so right now we have a profile, and you have your name here, you know, some stuff about you and stuff, right? And then here you have this icon. Looks like a penis, but it's not. It's actually this pen. I know. Don't relax, bro. It's okay. Don't get, yeah. So it's not. This is a pen, and yeah, definitely. And then, yeah, so somewhere around here, we also want to have a PDF or whatever icon, or like, I don't know, like, something like that, right? And then when we click on this fella, we would get some sort of a creator, right? Like, so if we get here, we would get something like this, right? And we need this to be drag and drop, right? So D and D, right? So obviously and all of this has to be configurable. So this is an avatar, and then the name, the description, social icons with the links, for example, right? And then some of those sections, right? So we're not gonna have this next to each other because this is not feasible. This is a good example of design that cannot reflect in the experience, because you cannot put all of this stuff in such a narrow space. So here, then you would have, you know, I don't know, experience, and then something else, la la la. And then all of this needs to be drag and dropped, right? Right? And then further on, we would provide an API or some sort of a guidelines on how people could contribute with templates and then in return advertise themselves. So my idea with this feature is that we basically, so what we would do with this, I would basically expose some sort of a template or an API and tell you guys, all right, guys, so for the experience kind of CV, you have those props available. You have, I don't know, I would give you an interface. I would say you have experience array, and each object in this array has this and that and that. You have this and that. So we would expose this interface and say, you know, build a template, and then for each template that people can choose from some menu somewhere, you know, T1, T2, Tn, there would be your name or your username, whatever. So it would be Jam. Thank you very much. Good evening, man. So if one of you have built this template too, once a user clicks it, then, you know, whatever happens, it would be like, you know, I don't know, Carlos B, and then they can click to your profile, whatever, right? So this would be kind of a cheap way for me to try and motivate people to maybe contribute to this by in return kind of indefinitely exposing themselves, right? Yeah. 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 Okay, so wait, let me just think here for 2 seconds. Yeah. Come on, bro. I think the most effective way for us to start fiddling with this, obviously, is either Storybook or use Code Sandbox, Stack Blitz, or something like that, right? Whenever we design a new feature, whenever you design a new feature, you want to detach yourself from side effects of the whole project, right? So I don't want to be dealing with, am I logged in or not? Am I this, right? That's irrelevant. So what we actually going to do, are we going to go to source? Jesus fuck Christ. So let's create a new view here. Let's call it CV Maker. This is almost like an app itself, right? Very nice, Jam. Very nice, man. Good luck with that. I truly hope you enjoy it. So let's say CV Maker JSX. Index JSX. So basically, yeah, let's just agree that now we are actually focusing on we're focusing on this. Jesus, man, come on. So yeah, we're focusing on this fella here, right? Which one? This one is draw.io. It's a free online thing. You can download the app. And then Figma, the other one is Figma. And let's create a to-do here. Let's create a to-do here, and this to-do is going to be bound to this feature. Got it. So let's say here, so CV Maker, drag and drop. Let's just put random thoughts, experience, tags, skills, profile info, name, last name. Right, for now. And then we can extend this as we extend the features of the profile in the future, right? I don't know, Cassie, to be very honest with you, I don't think I'm going to be changing a company for a couple of years. So I'm not in your shoes right now, but if you mean in general, yes, it's incredibly hard. Yes, it indeed very much is hard. Yes. And when I say hard, I don't mean getting a job is hard. That's easy. It's just yeah, it takes a lot of energy, right? You need to meet new people when you get the job. You need to do a lot of stuff, right? So yeah, I feel you, man. Let me just set this up with Storybook. All right. So this is our view right now, right? So we're going to be staring at this and we're going to be building this feature in isolation, right? If you have thought it through and you know what you want, the most two fundamental questions, Cassie, is what do you know, what do you want, and do you know what do you expect next, right? If you can answer those two questions, then yes, you should change a job, right? If you can't answer them, then try to reinvent yourself, right? I think, as I was talking in one of those recent videos, right? What it means to be a great software engineer. If actually you haven't watched, some of you, if you haven't watched it, I think it's an interesting video. Yeah, it's this one, right? If you haven't watched it, I'm just gonna share it. I basically mentioned something like that, right? Like sometimes you just need to reinvent yourself. You have to find new passion, because programming is not always passion for programmers. That's in my experience, in my view, that's a very dangerous assumption that, you know, programming is not always going to be fun, right? So sometimes you need to All right, so let's just get started with this, right? So let's get started with this a bit, and then yes, absolutely. So what do we want to do? So we know that we're gonna have, and we're gonna be doing it in this thing here, right? Give me 2 seconds here. Sounds good, Chica. I'm gonna take a look soon. Let's just do some work here. So let's do a few things, right? So let's first and foremost go to this experience thing, right? And we know that here we have some JSON data that we can copy paste already, right? So if I go here or here, articles, where is the freaking experience, man? Okay. So this is my experience, right? So this is the data. So let's copy this thing. Let's create a dummy.js here. And yeah, let's do something like this. So here we have this ID, la la la. Then let's take this information that we have, the profile information as well. Yeah. Let's take this as well, and let's go back here. And then let's kind of, let's fold this. And let's say export const dummy profile, right? And then this is my some of my profile information, right? My followers, whatever. That's some of that is absolutely relevant, but yeah, we have a first name, last name, la la la. Okay, good. So let's start there. Let's start there. So basically here we're gonna say, all right. And let's imagine that this is going to take let's say that this is going to take data, something generic, and then over here in the story we're going to say data is equal to experience, and then profile is dummy profile, we need another set of brackets here, right? All right, cool, right? So let's focus now on functionality, not on the UI. So I guess we want to use this React drag and drop, right? I guess that's the most popular library for our use case. So I guess the most logical thing would be to use this, right? Yeah. Why do we want to use the library? It's just not native, you know, native drag and drop. It's because of browser compatibility and other stuff, right? So let's kind of install this. All right, cool. Alrighty. All right, so let's again, as I said, let's focus on functionality. So here we have the data now, and this data has profile and experience, as we know, profile, experience. Yeah, we use it at work as well. We use it at work for anything that we have drag and drop on, yeah. All right, and yeah, let's start fiddling with things, right? So here I'm just gonna have, yeah, whatever, exactly. So it's gonna be profile dot first name, and we'll destructure some of those things. So let's profile dot last name, right? If we get back here, right? Then maybe here we can say whatever. Profile dot about. I think we have the about text, yeah. And that's great, right? That's perfect. Okay, and experience as well. Let's just make this a section instead. Just semantically, and then let's wrap this in a div, right? Let's have another section here where we're gonna say experience dot map. I don't know why this autopilot is seriously sometimes just like I genuinely don't get it. Like, Jesus Christ, how hard is it? All right. Again, we don't care. What is the experience? What does it have? I don't actually remember. I see. Role, whatever, company name, descriptor. Okay, let's just say company name. No, sorry. And description, right? Okay, great. And then yeah, just separate them a bit, right? Let's just come here, and let's say class name is my whatever, my8, and let's say I don't know, border gray p4. Yeah, just so we have some boxes around, right? And actually, yeah, so that's fine. All right. No. I mean, this is not this is we're not building basically this. This is relevant. We just now want to kind of build a framework for building those. Like, we want to build a functionality. We're gonna add. This is not relevant now. I just want to see some boxes and some data, right? So then users can kind of figure out what they want from this, right? That's a good question. That's what I'm trying to figure out, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So we're gonna have experience, we're gonna have skills. it's not necessarily just drag and drop, I guess. That's not the playlist. I just play random music like on YouTube. This is what's playing now. Let me just play with some stuff. But that's what we're pretty much, Carlos. That's what we're that's what we're doing. We're just figuring out what we want to have, right? That's the whole point. Yes. So we don't know what we. That's Feel free to suggest something. Yes. There's nothing is decided now, right? That's what we're doing now. We're trying to build. My pleasure, George. That's what we're trying to do now, right? So yes, we could have 3. We could have X amount of. We could have. Well, we should probably start with a single layout first, right? And then maybe try to add more in the future, right? Mactosoft, good evening, buddy. I am very good, man. I'm incredibly good. What about yourself? How are you? So let's actually start with a single theme, right? So I agree with it. Let's not be anti-agile in every possible way here, right? So let's start with a simple thing, right? And then we make sure that we have some PDF converter or programmatically call the actual print stuff, right? And we can use basically Tailwind print, right? Tailwind media queries print. Right, and then yeah, so we're gonna kind of do something. Essentially, yeah, exactly. So yeah, okay, so yeah, so let's kind of fiddle a bit with things. So what else did we actually have here? So let's build a first version of this so people can literally start using it as soon as possible. And then I'm gonna generate basically a ChatGPT kind of documentation given this data, right? So basically what we can do, right, I can copy this, I can go to ChatGPT, right? So I can say here, actually, give me a second. So given the data, and then this one, generate a documentation with JavaScript interfaces for the given data for people to be able to create a templates, React temp component templates for our new CV maker feature. I don't know. The data that I pasted is the data that they have available when I don't know if I wrote it. No, it's literally no. Whatever. Okay, let's not do it now. So let's do this. Let's get back to this and let's kind of start fiddling. Let's continue fiddling with it again. How do we actually have it in production now? I have the role. Parkour Peter, good evening, buddy. How is life? So we have a role. So let's just put it all here first. So we have a role. A company name. We have a start and end date and then country. Jace, good evening, friend. Good evening. The reason why I'm not using the same kind of stuff that we actually are rendering in this UI is because I want to have more control here, I presume, right? But what we could do for the CV maker stuff, I could technically, right, just return experience item here, right? And then just pass it, what is it taking, like item and then say job, right? Yeah, but it's kind of struggling with that. Okay, who cares, right? Okay, it's fine. But what we can still do is get back here. Right? Then here, what we could do is we could just Hipster Figma, just a CV maker, CV exporter of some sort. Sir, give me a second. What is it complaining about? What's up with this? This is why. Okay, cool. So yeah, so let's imagine we have something like that. Let's just do something like this. And then same here, just for now. I mean, what we could do if we would want to be like super, super simple, right? We could literally programmatically come here, right? And you press Command P, and we kind of use the Tailwind media queries and stuff. But no, that kind of sucks, right? Because I think I was already no. You can see it kind of ruins the stuff, right? So no. Okay. Let me just put some water. 1 sec. Give me 2 seconds. Be right back. 1 moment. All right. Sorry for that. Just want to get a candy. Jediah, I'm not sure if you mean in general, what is this project? If you're wondering what is the project we're building, it's that. You can go and sign up. Right now, I'm just building a CV maker as part of the programmer's profile. We're just building a feature where users can build their CV and then export it as part of their existing programmer network profile. Give me 1 second, please. I just need to check where do I export this like PDF here? Oh, here. So I just want to see how LinkedIn does it. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's pretty bad. That kind of sucks ass. Yeah. That sucks ass. Yeah. Yeah, that really sucks. Yeah. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely do better than this. There's no question about that, right? So yeah. Yeah. I was just looking because of the page breaks and stuff, because the only thing that I hate is that when it comes to PDF, you know, this type of crap breaks the entities, right? So I wish that we could somehow say, you know, for this to never happen, you know, always go to the next page and stuff like that, right? You can see how you see this airtime company that I used to work for, right? I wish that this went into a new page instead, right? So that kind of sucks ass, right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, let's first do one thing, right? Before we can kind of continue with this. So if I go to experience, right? And so if I go to experience item over here, we have this description, right? And I want to render this description with tip tap instead, right? So if I actually go to the article, or to say rich text editing, if for those of you who don't know, so if I go to the article, right, pretty much I would like to do something like this. How did I write this? I see. Well, either way, right? Okay. This is what I kind of want to do. So I want to do this. And then I want to do something like this. Then this is probably gonna fail, which is okay. I would anticipate that. I wouldn't expect it to end up working, but let's see. Let's go to localhost actually. That was all production. Whatever, who cares? And now we're failing exactly because of tip tap, and that's okay, right? That's perfectly fine. Jesus Christ, man. Ah, I see. Well, give me a second, of course. Well, localhost is on my local computer, basically. Yeah, unexpected token, la la la. It's not a valid JSON, right? And that's what I would expect, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's good. So let's get back here, and where are we actually creating handle submit? Like over here, right? So let's go to my API. Let's go to setup Postgres. Actually, this is happening already, so I just said, all right. Let's go here again. And yeah, so handle submit, la la la, body, blah blah blah, right? Okay, so what we have to do is we have to. So when I click this form basically here has to be at our tip tap, right? So where is the form itself, right? Experience item, experience form. This text area is going to have to be our tip tap, right? If I actually search for tip tap, we're going to just find something that already works. Yeah. We're gonna grab this fella and put it somewhere over here as well. Let's just say that that's null for now, and then, yeah, do we actually have a form here now? Or, yeah, we do have a form. Okay, great, cool. Okay, what is it complaining about? Ah, I see. All right. So yeah, so we should see our rich text editor there now, and that's okay. We'll need to limit the amount of rich text editing you can do here. So we're gonna get rid of that then. And then didn't I have a prop for that? Didn't I implement that at one point? I think I did. I had editor contents. Where the hell is this crap actually starting? Yeah, over here. So controls, right? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how am I actually using it elsewhere. Yeah, like this. Okay, cool. So let's do it like here as well. And then let's import available controls. Yeah. We'll need to fix this crap as well. But what I actually want to have is ordered list, unordered list, bold, and italic. Okay, so something like this. This is what I want to allow, and then those will have to. Those are unfortunately not this part of this condition. So that's why you can kind of add YouTube video and a link and stuff. Actually, I do want to have a link there as well. So that's also okay. Actually, maybe that's a bit of a cleanup that we didn't do after I implemented TipTap, right? But if we go over here, yeah. So if we go over here, we have terabytes. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. So here I generate dynamically the toolbar icons based on the first I filter those controls, but then afterwards we're actually having those guys being slightly bit different, right? So which is why they're just appearing there. So yeah, okay, give me 2 seconds here. So those are the icons we have, and I've defined them all, the controls here. So could we somehow try translating or also putting those fellas in there and then not breaking this genericness of this interface, right? Let's see about that. So we should be able to do it, right? So let's say that this is going to be YouTube. We'll try. And still try to preserve, again, this genericness of things, right? I'm only using fetch. Only fetch. Give me a second, I'm just fiddling with things. Okay. And then what else do we have? Has selection. Let's just try again to play with this and see if we can. I think you have it in the video that I recorded. I think I've included the link direct. If you go to if you go to Programmer Network YouTube, and if we go over here, and if we go to over here, this video that I recorded of my extensions, and if you click this GitHub repository, and if you go here, so this is it, and this is the repo. If you care. All right. Give me a second. My pleasure, my pleasure. Yeah, let's try this crap here. We'll maybe need to extend this kind of interface with class name, and that is fine. That is perfectly fine, I guess. We'll see now. We'll see now what we do. And then what else did we actually have? So we had a class here as well, right? So we need to add that kinda too. And this was what for the actual link, right? Yeah. So if I get it over here to this thing that I kind of generalized. So we do that, and that's obviously gonna have shit tons of errors, and that's expected. Then my YouTube thing, we had yeah, I don't actually know why we had that, but let's just add it there. And then we'll fiddle with that in a second. So we do this. Yeah, all right, cool. So yeah. Then what did we have here? We had YouTube link link and then unlink, right? Cool, okay, that's fine. I see. Okay, well, yeah, we can solve this easily, right? Kind of sucks, but yeah. So let's just extend what this takes. So let's just pass an object like this, so we don't care about, then we have to care about the order of arguments. So it has selection, add, what was it? Add YouTube video. And what was the last one? Open link model, right? Then here we'll be passing the object and then this, right? That should, I think, and then we could get rid of this hard-coded stuff here, right? All right, cool. So now if I click this, those icons should be gone from here. And then if I go over here and I say, hey, I want you to include YouTube as well, for example, is that gonna work? Yes. And then cool. Yeah, whatever. Let's take this for example. Pen and paper. All right, cool. All right, so we have the rich text stuff here. Birup, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Okay, so now, yeah, so now when you're adding an actual job description, we have to decide what do we actually want to support, but either way, I think bold, italic, and some of those basic things are perfectly fine for now. Yeah. Another thing that I've seen with our tip tab that we forgot to finalize when we were doing this. Thank you everybody for your follows. Appreciate it highly. So if I go to some other input of mine that I have, right? So we go some basic input. We have this input header, right? So let's. We do not, no, but we will have to. Yes, we will have to for the editing. Yes, yes, we will have to pass value. Yeah, absolutely, yes. But before we do that, let's just finalize some stuff here. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm gonna just add the input header here, which is all of I've built the whole core library for this project. I'm not using any framework or any crap like that. So yeah, so let's just pass here label. Let's say that it's well, label, and yeah. So now it says description here, and that's okay. Yep, yeah, I think it is. And then, yeah, of course, we could potentially, if we would want to pass the rest, label hint. Let's pass the hint as well. Hint basically is each one of the inputs that I implemented can take a hint, which is basically an icon with a tooltip. So if I add a hint, like if I go to, write an article, you can hover over this crap and then you get some hint, right? So that's what if you're wondering what a hint is in this context. Okay, great. And then this is happening. Actually, let's fix that quickly because I've seen this error before. And it's happening because we made this guy to be absolutely positioned, right? So actually what we can do to just fix this, just so we still keep the absoluteness of that, because I know why I want to have it, What we're actually going to do is we're going to... Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it, everybody. So what we're going to do, actually, we're going to come here. We're going to say class names, right? We're going to say, hey, that's always there. And then what we're going to say here, hey, if there's an error, just, you know, if there's an error, add margin bottom. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's going to... if there's an error, something like that, right? And just so we can kind of keep this absolutely positioned so it doesn't overlap, right? So let's choose some meaningful number here. Now 6, no, 8 was actually fine, right? So, and now, yeah, this is, yeah, we'll need to clear that up and stuff, but we're gonna do that in a second. Must match, yeah. All right, cool. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I do recall. Yes, I do recall. And it's a good question. Yeah, it's not ideal to work with absolutely positioned elements, but in this context, it's actually useful because of some other use cases of this component in other places, right? Okay, so, and actually editor content, yeah. So we have the editor content, great. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's take a look, see at some other places where I'm using this thing, because I don't genuinely remember. Yeah, okay, great. Yeah. Okay, great. So we got that one down. We have this one now. And yeah, this should be now called description, not content, right? And I probably misspelled that, description. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay. And yeah, so let's go to let's go here. Let's take a look at my AJV schema, right? So I have a schema here. We obviously don't have a custom error for the description, so let's add one. So we have min length, let's say here type. Let's also say something like this so we don't get this generic AJV JSON schema error, right? So now if I do this, it's going to say description is required. And then la la la, right? It's actually funny that... And that's because of the min... do we have min length? Is not HTML. Ah, it's because, yeah, this is now tip tap and not just a basic text area input. So I think I have a custom validator for this, has text. Where am I actually using that? Let me find few places. Yeah. 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 So let's get over here and non-HTML. I have custom validators, right, that I built for my JSON schema, so they're a bit more complex and stuff. Yeah. All right, if you say so. Fuck, I forgot how I... Let me just check this custom validator that I implemented. So this is the one has text. Yeah, exactly. Okay. The value must contain text. Yeah. Okay, so oh, I don't know. Actually, I think it's good. It's already throwing custom messages, I believe. I think this is sufficient. Yeah, the value must contain text. Yeah, the text must have at least 250 characters. Okay, so and then here we'll just we'll add some arbitrary stuff, right? Just say 50 characters, right? Awesome. Okay, perfect. And how did I implement this? Did I add the max length as well? No. Okay. All right, great. So that's cool. Let's now try to... Let's just test it a bit. Let's see if we can actually create this now. All right, well, something did happen. The question is, did we save it? Oh yeah, I think I know. So we have a handler somewhere we call the validator here. I think this is pretty much what we need to do because we're storing this tip-tap state obviously in a database as a string. We can't store it as an object, at least. Okay. Okay, I thought that I did stringify it. Wait. Oh shit, sorry, my bad. I did, but this is just the edited item. Yeah, we need to do the same here. Pretty much the same. My bad, okay. So here we're gonna spread this thing. Right, and then we're gonna do this. In fact, you know, we can actually say something like this. And then, yeah. Can do something like that, right? And let's try this. 1, 2, 3. Let's try some bold, italic. Okay, strange. What the fuck? Yeah, that's clearly not good. That's clearly a bug, right? Yeah, that's clearly messed up. So maybe my has text validator thing is messed up. All right, so almost, right? Almost good. Okay, almost. Let's actually no. We are actually good. We are good. We just forgot to remove one thingy. So let's go to experience and let's go to experience item, right? And then over here we forgot to remove this line, right? So yeah, so now we are actually writing rich text in there. The question is if I click edit, if it's gonna work. So we are actually, you can see that we're not really giving it the edit item properly. So let's see what we did there. Experience form. set edited item, handle edit click item. So let's actually see what do we get when this is clicked. So we can fix that one up. Description is a string. Yeah, okay, I see. Okay, so pretty simple stuff, I guess. So we need to give it an object, I presume, maybe, I'm not sure. So we say spread the item and then json.parse. Not quite, right? That edited item. Give me a sec. And then where do we use this? If edited item. Okay, if it's an edit, yeah, sure. Ah, so this is the issue here, right? I see. Yeah, but this is a bit strange. Oh, okay, I see. Thank you very much for the follows, everybody. Appreciate it. Yeah, so at this point, yeah, it's indeed. So we do set the description as an object, so that's okay. So why is it not? Ah, yeah, we're missing the ref. That's why. Okay. So if I go to new article, right? So for example, that's where we're using TipTap, right? We have the editor ref that we created. So we need to kind of do the same there. Don't ask me why. Doing rich text is pretty annoying and pretty hard. So let's rather not get into it, but we'll need a ref and we'll need this hook that I made. Thirsty Pock. Good day, friend. Good evening, actually. Sorry. And what is this fella complaining about? Let's take a look. Editor ref. Let's see, what is it complaining about? Probably some null value or something. Let's see. Actually, don't see it. It's not a. Oh, use hook. Okay, so we didn't auto import. Oh, sheet. Okay. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Use hook with callback. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but all right. So let's yeah. Actually, it's not super useful when there's a camera there, is it? Okay, and then I believe that this hook, when I implemented it, I actually parsed stuff here, did I? Get context, text, yeah, okay. I did. So essentially, if we go over here, I don't think I should be parsing anything. Yeah. So in simple words, I don't think I should be doing this anymore. Yeah, okay. Still not there. Give me a second. Yeah. 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 Where's the tip tap here? Tip tap. All right, so it doesn't, yeah. Yeah. It doesn't basically like that I have the editor content in here, I guess. Ah, okay, and then also this is a problem. I see. I think I see actually. Yeah, this should be form.state.description.value. Yeah. So this should be basically form.state description value. Yeah, I think so. No, I didn't. Never. No, I don't think so. No. I don't think so. Honestly, no. Jace, have a great one, friend. Thank you very much for being here as always. Let me just test this. Yeah, so this kind of sucks now. Yeah, definitely does. I don't like it, honestly, but that's what it is. Just close that. Yeah, let me just, I think we're gonna fix this in a second. I just need a... Oh, so it wants the content. Okay, so I guess it wants the form data dot description dot content. Hmm. I'm just gonna do conditional operator just to make sure it's not like a short circuit, if I may. But I think it's comparing that, yeah, I think, and I'm just gonna try another thing. Yeah, that's actually gonna break. But I think that this fella here is expecting a string, right? Yeah, it's expecting a string. Yeah, this fella, right? So, and I'm saying, hey, try to parse it, otherwise return the text. So that's actually, I wrote that properly, right? Try to parse it, otherwise return the original text. That's kind of fine, right? So what are we actually failing with is like, let's see. I don't get it. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Try like this. Jesus Christ, man, what the hell? But actually, it's not really rendering this at all. That's the problem. It's not really rendering that at all. So if I can undo a lot of this crap that I did here, right? If we do that, then if we click edit, it shouldn't fail now, right? And it doesn't. We do this form date, description, content type. So the content is actually not correct. Like what? It just, where is the actual date? Or let's take a look at the state instead. So state, description, value, content. Yeah, same crap. So why is it? Yeah, so something's wrong here then, right? Set edited item. So we call this handle edit clicked. Then we're passing in the item, right? Yeah. Let's take a look at that. So we click it. Then we get this fella over here, which is correct, yes. So we do that. Then we have an effect here that when edit item changes, or when it exists, so if it's not null, then we call that effect. Set the initial state edited item, set form state edited item. But yeah, so I think, interesting. Yeah, that's also good. So at this point, we do have the proper stuff in the state. So why don't we have it here then, is the question. Let's see. In the experience form. Actually, we do have it here as well, yeah. And then I guess if we would do this, that would fail, right? Yep. Okay, I see the problem, yeah. Yeah, I see. So we would basically need, I guess this would have to be yeah, I think it's pretty chill. I like it a lot. Let's maybe change it a bit. right, so let's take a look at that again. Yeah, so something overrides it, right? So that kind of sucks, right? So it's almost like, yeah, it's probably this effect that we have, right? Is that messes up, right? I'm pretty sure that wait. Right, I'm almost sure it's that, right? Or there's some re-render somewhere that does this, right? We can see at this point it's good. So yeah, so maybe we shouldn't really, maybe we don't really need this effect, right? So let's try to kind of get rid of that, right? Let's see what happens now. Okay, it happens, what happens doesn't really matter. And then handle edit click, set edited item. And then, I mean, we can just do this as well, right? You know, it's, yeah, right? No, it is. It's a bit more complicated problem, right? It's a bit more complicated problem than that, right? It's a bit more complicated, and I would like to explain it, but then it would take too long. So let's just forget it, because it's yeah. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, that's good now. Yeah. So yeah, so now maybe we could try. Maybe. Do something like that, right? Jesus fucking Christ, man, come on. There is some rerun. I mean, this has nothing to do with tip tap. This is related to this experience component. So we'll need to figure out, like, we can see that there's some like something makes it like infinitely re-render, right? So there's something somewhere that we messed up with. Wait, I've been standing for what, 2.5 hours? I need to sit. Let me put this. Jesus Christ, man. Let me put the desk down. Ah, nice. Thank you, Julix. No, I think that there's something here, right? That's making this thing re-render. We're gonna figure it out. So we use form. We're using the same ref. We're using the same ref, Carlos. We're doing that already. We're using the same thing as well. No, nothing to do with backend. No, we're not really reaching the backend yet. Experience form, yes. So we are. So it's some silly bug somewhere, most likely, right? It's just the question is where experience form is loading. And why do I need this edited item? Where are we actually? Okay, we're using it here. I see. Give me a second. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. All right, so let's go over here. Let me just check one thing, how I've done it here. I just forgot. When you're building this whole thing almost on your own, memorizing all of those freaking details is just hard. What the hell? What the fuck is happening, man? Never mind, sorry. No, I don't think this has very little to do with React. It's just a lot of stuff here, right? So I wouldn't say this has much to do with React necessarily, right? I see. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say so. I'm using tip tap. It's called tip tap. Okay, so basically it's complaining that this indeed should be actually a string and not an, yeah, but still it, yeah, shouldn't be really complaining about it, but whatever. So yeah, I guess, yeah. So I guess what we have to do basically, where is the fella? Over here, right? Is I have to say description. JSON.stringify. And then, yeah. Yep. Mm. Yeah, tip tap, exactly. Okay, so that's a bit fucked up, I must admit. This now technically shouldn't be failing. So much time wasted in this stream on this crap. Unreal, man. Yeah, that's not good. Like, that's not even correct. Yeah, something's off here. Almost like there's almost recursion or something happened here. What the fuck is going on, man? Banix for Alexander was banned. Yeah, muted for a few seconds by a bot. Lovely. Okay, so description here was already a string. That's, yeah. Yeah, so that's, yeah, like, yeah. So we set the form here. We set the form state here. Yeah. Good evening, Vanix, my friend. How's life? How are you? So freaking strange, man. Like, okay. Such a massive waste of time. massive waste of time. It's unreal. Yeah. But dude, like, how is that possible? This is wrong. I think we're probably doing some stupid stuff somewhere. Are we parsing? Like, is there a parse somewhere? Is there something that's mutating this directly or some shit like that? Is this being called? Is this called? Oh yeah, so that's the fucking problem. Jesus Christ, man. So this thing gets, yeah. So this thing gets basically cold, right? So this when this tip tap is initialized, this crap is getting cold. Let's see. Fuck's sake, man. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Yeah. That's so bad. That's so bad. And yeah, yeah, okay, we got it. Yeah, okay. Well, what a random type of shit. We'll need to get into it maybe another time, but yeah. Where was that? Here, right? Description. Yeah, exactly. And why was this not stringified? Handle submit was cold. Ah, this is why, right? Okay. Yes, come on. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, okay. Took a while though, right? Kind of sucks, but what can you do, right? All right. Sometimes things just take long, and that's how it is. All right, cool. Well, yeah. So now when we add a now basically this thing is using this thing is using a rich text as well, and then now yeah, and I think honestly one thing that we're gonna do while we're actually here, let's take a look at our schema. So essentially, I don't think that we're gonna we don't necessarily maybe have to request people to, so we maybe don't need, you know, has text so maybe we can allow, I mean, to have a job post without the actual text, right? Maybe some people will want that, right? So Vanix, my friend, thank you very much. Let's go. So let's kind of nuke this, and let's try to just yeah, let's try to do this, that, and add, and yeah. So to allow it to be empty, right? What we will have to do here is in the initial state, right? I think I've created something called tip tap utils. if I remember. Yeah, and I think I've created a method called set empty content, right? Yeah, I think yeah, exactly. So the default state is going to be still an object, but an empty content, right? So I think now potentially this might work without needing to input anything, right? And I actually think that it probably does. I think maybe it's complaining that we are trying to destructure description, which is maybe empty. Let's see actually what it's complaining about. Empty text nodes are not allowed. Interesting. Maybe our empty state is wrong. Text. Actually, I just got your saw your messages now. Good, Vanix. Good. My kid is sleeping. My wife is at work. Not much to say, honestly. Not much to say. Standard stuff, man. Just also, I don't know if you saw my YouTube videos. I'm kind of now also trying to get some. I'm basically recording some YouTube videos also to get some people to Programmer Network. So if you haven't, take a look at this. Make sure to subscribe to that channel if you haven't as well. I think there's some few cool videos I recently recorded. One of them is called "What Does It Take to Become a Great Software Engineer?" Another one is about remote work. So yeah, and then some other stuff. So take a look at it. I think it's quite useful actually. Well, I mean, the platform is already live in alpha. I don't know what beta is gonna be, right, or beta, right? That's hard to know, right? But the platform, I mean, people are already using it. There's a lot of early adopters, you know. People are already, as you can see, people are already using it. People are signing up almost every day, and you know, so it's kind of yeah. I mean, it's gonna take, you know, months or years for this platform to truly, hopefully, if it does at all, to kind of grow. But this is how you build those platforms, Ned, right? Those types of platforms, they don't grow overnight, right? You have to build a community, you have to build the people, you know, right, etc., etc. So it's a slow process that I'm willing to take, right? So yeah. So if you are not signed up yet here, well, go sign up and, you know, help us test it and, you know, if you share the same values. If not, then, well, then that's what it is, right? What about this? Yeah, Ned. Okay, so the thing is, I didn't. Yeah, we are, Ned. So I'm very sorry. I didn't. I basically opened up the sign up a couple of weeks ago, right? And I don't want to invite. There's around 500 people who signed up for that list, and I don't want to send a mass invite yet. There's just few tiny details, but yeah, you can still go to Programmer Network. Right now this is just a landing page. You can just sign up in like 2 seconds, right? So it's basically, yeah, there isn't like some fancy landing page or anything like that, right? I just don't want to, you know, do that mass invite yet. I don't think we have any errors anymore. I think we just fixed this. I'm just figuring out. I want to allow that you don't really need to add a description. Yeah, there we go. Awesome, right? So that's it. So we just needed this. And let's go to... Something exploded is... Yeah, it's the front... It's some sort of error, yes. It's some generic or unhandled error. Well, it is handled, but it's not a specific one, right? So yeah, you could say yes, that it's... it would be a React error, yeah. Okay, whatever. Screw it. That's what it is. Okay, so that is not horrible, right? That is not horrible at all. I'm using SendGrid. This fella here. But I'm probably gonna switch to this AWS service. I don't remember its name. What was it? Simply, yeah. SES, yeah. Probably gonna be switching eventually once the platform, you know, once the platform kind of gets more and more people, hopefully, I'm gonna probably switch to this because it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper, right? But yeah, the SendGrid is good. It's very simple. It works. It's just it's not cheap, I think. I don't actually remember. Let me check. No, actually, it's fine. 100,000 emails. No, actually, no, I'm wrong. Sorry. So it depends, right? Depends on the traffic, right? I just know that this guy is like a lot cheaper, right? So Amazon SES, I think this is a lot cheaper, right? I think you get like 100,000 emails free here a month or something like that, right? Something like that, I don't know. But yeah, whatever. All right, cool. Well, this kind of works now, right? So that's good. So that's good. So we'll basically be able to kind of. So I think I'm gonna round up now because I'm tired. But generally, yeah. So generally, we're gonna. So I think we've chosen some path, and that's kind of finalizing the CV creator, CV maker. And then we're gonna see if there's more of the features we can build for developers, right? So the question is gonna be, once we finish the CV maker, right? Is there any value for ourselves, right? That we can, and I think there are, right? So we're gonna have to ask some questions here. But I know, for example, that that there are more things for us, which is custom domains, personalization. Right, so technically, I don't want to start doing any major features until I think about everything I mean, I'm building this platform literally first for myself and then for others, right? So I want to make sure that on my profile I want to make sure my goal is that I feel proud sharing my profile. So when someone, either recruiter or other developer or CTO, whoever comes here, they can see what I'm writing, videos I'm recording, what projects I'm building, which repositories I have, you know, etc., etc. So we need to figure out like what else can we build around the developer before we start kind of building those, linking those other worlds in, right? Like meetups and companies and all of that other stuff. So we need to kind of, I'll kind of stick to the main persona of this platform, which is the developer, until we really like, yeah. I mean, Vanix, that would be a dream, right? So, but I don't. That's, yeah. To be very frank with you, that's not even my. What I wish for this platform is to build a community of people who just think the same, who appreciate the same things. So this is never obviously going to be Twitter. Let's not deceive ourselves. But if we can get people who like. If we can get people here who like simplicity, who you know, who just like to be part of some community and stuff. So no, I'm not using the GitHub API. I'm calling GitHub directly, and I am using their API, but not. So yeah, I am basically using the API, but not the actual. I don't know, actually, I'm just calling their public endpoint, and I can do this every, I don't know how many requests per hour. That's why the platform, you can only sync this once a day, because I'm trying to, you can obviously see that this sync your repositories is not fully implemented ideally, in a sense, because to sync repositories, I would need you to log in, you know, to GitHub via auth0, via auth, right, and whatever, so, right? I mean, so yeah, so we'll eventually, I mean, we'll eventually just obviously, I mean, that's also done. I will just uncomment GitHub authentication, GitLab, LinkedIn, and Bitbucket, right? So I mean, so those things are built, you know, in a very agile and very, we build features in incremental steps, right? So this is sufficient, more than sufficient for now. When it's no longer sufficient, we're gonna build a version 2 of the same feature, right? This is how you build products, right? So if we would focus on making every single, if we would focus on every single feature to its full potential and perfect, we would never finish anything, right? So exactly. So when this is no longer sufficient, it's like, hey, you know, then we do this version 2, then version 3, right? The Draw.io theme that I'm using, it's called Sketch. So if I go to, I don't know where, but I'm pretty sure it's called Sketch. Yeah. So you can see here, it's called Sketch. And yeah, for those of you who are watching me regularly and hanging out with me, yeah, please follow my YouTube channel. How do you say it? Follow, subscribe, whatever you call it. I would really appreciate that if you can. If you're around here regularly, just because I really the main reason why I'm honestly doing YouTube and also the stream is the network itself. So if you can click that button just to kind of get more exposure on the YouTube, because I'm going to be recording those YouTube videos at least once a week. So I think next video I'm going to record is going to be tomorrow or after tomorrow. But yeah, thank you. All right, cool. So now we kind of made this feature a bit better. Tomorrow we're going to continue with the CV maker, right? I need to check that TikTok platform. How is it called? I haven't yet seen it, but apparently there's a lot of people there as well. So we'll see. But I don't have the time now. Okay, so yeah, so let's maybe round up. It's you know, it's more that than midnight. It's midnight here. So tomorrow we're gonna continue building this thing in isolation, basically here in Storybook. And as always, we're gonna build a very simple but very good looking theme, right? Because like I said, if I go to LinkedIn and if we kind of see what a $1 billion, you know, what a $1 billion company, you know, thing has, we can certainly do better than this, right? So this is what LinkedIn exports, right? So we can certainly build a better team than this, and we will. So yeah, so that's gonna be our goal for this weekend, to try and finish this CV maker, export some interface so you guys can help building few templates if you wish. You know, I just give you the interfaces of the props, and then you can try kind of fiddling with it a bit. I think that would be actually pretty cool to try to build the features, some of the features of this platform where people can almost like a build plugins for it and stuff like that, right? So I think that would be pretty cool. And also kind of, yeah, maybe expose some JSON objects to customize some of your profile and stuff like that, right? So I think so actually before we round up, let's just kind of see. So yeah, so essentially here for this green stuff, that's so after we finish this fella here, so we're basically now doing right now, right, and then this one is the next, right? Carlos, man, thank you for being here. Thank you for your help. Thank you for, yeah, just thank you for sticking around. All your input and comments and stuff are highly appreciated, man. So thank you very much again. So actually, wait, let me just do something. So yeah, so let's just, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so this is where we are right now, right? And yeah. So we were working on this. And then this guy here is gonna be the next. Okay, cool. So this weekend we're gonna try focusing on finishing this, and then we're gonna have to play with Nginx, and basically I want to be able to add custom domains here, which means it's gonna be a slightly more complicated setup for Nginx, right? Because essentially we'll need to support SSL for each custom domain, right? So when you create a CNAME or whatever on your own DNS provider, right? We'll need to kind of, you know, on our Nginx side, we'll need to kind of, for any given custom domain, we'll need to create an SSL certificate, like auto let's encrypt for that specific domain, and then we'll need to programmatically restart Nginx and stuff. So that's going to be a very interesting and very technical task, especially at the backend and infrastructure. And it's going to, of course, involve UI as well. You'll have to add the domain through UI. So we'll plan that, but somewhere around here, there's going to be a custom domain or whatever. You're going to paste that in, then you're going to have to validate it, just as we have the RSS feed, right? So if I go to my personal blog, right, and I, you know, do like subscribe and I paste my RSS, the reason why I can do this is because I've already kind of built that feature where you have to validate the ownership of your domain, right? So that's why actually many of you, if you have your own blog right now, I really advise you to sign up, and if you have an RSS feed, you can import it and share it here with the community in 3 seconds. You can see that my articles from my blog are actually shared here. If I click them, So this is kind of shameless advertising for your own blogs if you have them, right? You can just import your stuff and then you can see that I just link to the original source. You can see that it says RSS beneath each one of those guys, right? So just FYI, if you didn't know that, yes, there is that thing, right? Ah, nice. Super nice seeing people posting stuff. Awesome. All right. So let's round up. Let's round up. Vanix, man, I love you, man. Thank you for coming. Please come more often. I know everybody's busy. I get that. If anyone, I'm busy 24/7. I wish so as well, man. I mean, when you guys are around, when there's chat happening, when people are sending messages and stuff, I'm so more engaged. I'm just, so yeah, I mean, seriously, thank you for, I don't care. I mean, are you gonna subscribe or not? That's a matter of possibility and stuff, and thank you for those who do. But also, just being here, some of you, and sticking around is as amazing as it would be if you subscribe for 500 months, right? So I appreciate you guys being here, and thank you for making me come back and do this in the stream. And Vanix, come more often, dude. I need you here. Awesome, guys. Well, it's almost midnight here. I need to go to work in like 7 hours. So I wish you all guys good night or good day, depending where you are. I will stream, yes. I will stream pretty much every night, 7 days a week. Yeah, almost. Let's say minimum 5 days a week, yeah. And of course, in the summer, I'm gonna probably go to vacation for 2-3 weeks. Probably I'm not gonna obviously stream, especially if we go to some hotel or somewhere, depending where we are. But besides that, yes, of course I'm gonna stream because I need to do this project, right? So, all right, fellas. Sounds good, my friend. Sounds good. Well, for those of you who are new here, please sign up on programmer.network website. Come to our Discord, and please check the YouTube as well. I don't know what rate is. I actually know what rate is. Sorry, it's like when somebody visits your channel with more people or something like that, or vice versa, right? Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. I don't watch Twitch, honestly. I need to find someone that I like, then I'm happy. I don't know. I don't know anyone who streams. I need to maybe raid. Okay, wait. Oh, I've seen this guy. Yeah. Okay. And how do I rate it? I just say what, raid, right? Did I do it? Okay, nice. Can I end my stream now? Nice, awesome. Well, I think I'm gonna do that. Nice. Okay, great, awesome. Well, guys, thank you very much. Have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. Do something good for yourselves. And yeah, I'll catch you guys up tomorrow.